Hello,
Go.
hello.
What's up, sir? How we doing?
It's all good, man. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise. Excited to catch up. I think we probably talked maybe a year ago.
Not a year ago,
About a
but
year?
around no, around 3, 4, 6 months. Yeah,
Okay,
man, 6 months.
nice. So
Okay.
you're building my sense of time is completely fucked. So
Yeah.
thank you for reorienting me. So you're building HYPERPNL, which is a decentralized prop trading protocol that allows traders to access external capital and keep most of the
Mhm.
profits. So I think could you just kind of lay out the prop firm world for people that maybe don't have
Mhm.
context on it, and then I guess step that into why your decentralized model, what problem
Yeah.
it solves?
Yep. So prop trading is something like funding some successful traders. So think like you are a good trader, but you only have $100. You are making 20% profit, but it's again $120, right? So it doesn't make sense. So you need to play some bigger capitals basically. And prop trading is a gateway to this. But think like you are just paying some small entrance fee and just trading with some demo capital, paper trading. And if you will be able to pass these challenges, you will become a fund trader. We will fund you. And after you just trade with our capital, you will be able to withdraw 80% of your profits. But, why people need this? Or, why prop trading, people using prop trading? Prop trading is in the traditional finance since more than a decade. But why people using it? I'm giving a small example to the people who just want to understand prop trading. So think like Michael Burry. Everyone knows Michael Burry, right? The big short guy. He shorted, against all the market in 2008, and the notional value of his position was around $1.3 billion. So, and he made $100 million for himself. So think like he was trading with his own capital with just $100, or think like, we are at 2008 right now, and you did the same analysis with Michael Burry. You did everything to right. You created a position with your $100, and you were totally right. And then only your profit will be around $80. So Michael Burry did $100 million, but you did $80 while you are doing same analysis because you are just trading with your own small capital. Because Michael Burry just using someone else's capital, other investors' capital, someone else's capital basically. So this is why prop trading exists, because we are giving the access of the real capital to the successful traders basically. So you will be at the same page because you will trade with our capital, our liquidity pools capital basically. So this is why prop trading exists, to encourage people to trade. If they're a skilled trader, they will just pay some small interest fee. They will prove themselves and reach out to some real capital and trade bigger and earn bigger basically.
So prop trading has a pretty bad reputation for a lot of good reasons, whether that's sort of some degree of false promises, I think, failed payouts, on lack of clarity and transparency. And then also, I think it sounds like most people are actually pretty shitty traders. And so there's a degree of false promises in here a little bit. I'm curious how you guys are solving those core issues.
So basically in prop trading industry is the main problems are the trust issues. As you mentioned, there are lots of trust problems, and most of these problems coming from the centralization actually, because, think like you are a successful trader, you just entered into a prop trading challenge, and then you will start to trade with it. And then you pass the challenges and now boom, they're just asking you to do some interview, and they want, which trade you did and why did you just open this trade. They're just asking you some questions like this and banning you or eliminating, breaching your account because they want to do more profits basically. And even you don't know how much money they have on their payout reserves. So, maybe they will not be able to pay your payouts, pay your profits. So there are lots of problems like this. Other than this, they are using external brokerage. So they have some spreads on top of their accounts. So for example, you are opening a position on BTC, but there are lots of huge spread on this, huge fees. So you are facing with real different problems. So while we are doing, how we solving it, we are using totally smart contracts, handling everything on smart contracts. So everything will be visible. How much money we have on our reserves, how much we can pay your payouts. You will not, you will be able to trade crypto features, crypto FX, commodities, indices, stocks, everything on chain, everything, everything transparent and visible. So people will be able to see how our operations work, and we will not ask them to, why did you get this trade? How you make these profits? We will not ban them. Everything will be on smart contracts. Even I cannot touch to this money on this liquidity pool, as you know, but in the traditional finance, people doesn't understand how it can be possible, because everything we are handling with smart contracts. So we are just removing these trust issues with it. People will trust the smart contracts, trust the decentralization, not trust us, because people just choosing the prop firms they want to work with it by looking at some comparison websites. So basically, they don't need this. They will just know that we have this amount of money, we will pay them, smart contract will pay them. If they make everything right, everything will be fine.
How big are the leading prop trading platforms today? I guess can you just give us a sense of the size of the business opportunity here?
Yeah, definitely. It's around $20 billion. And for example, FTMO is the biggest one. And they are making around $200 to $300 million in a year. And most of them making lots, giving huge payouts, 67 million payouts in just 1 month. And it's really a huge opportunity there. And I'm in this business, in prop trading business, since 2018. And, there is no decentralized solutions on here. So we will build the decentralized solution, and it will be really, revolutionary thing for people, because if you ask a prop trader, what's your biggest issue? They will say, like, I don't trust the firms. So it's really big and growing industry.
I'm curious what the hard part of doing this in a decentralized way is. Seems like you're probably using a bunch of contracts that exist already. Is this just a remixing of what's out there and going after this opportunity, or is there something technically challenging that you've had to solve?
There are two things, actually. One of it's the smart contracts, of course. In this business, people doesn't know how smart contracts work. They don't know anything about decentralization. And second thing is they're using brokerage solutions, so they can't just move their own infrastructure from brokerage to the decentralized solution. It's really hard for them. And the other one is, if you think like, why no one just did this before? Most probably because they were not some good decentralized platforms. Because I tried to do it in 2021 before, but there were some small decentralized exchanges. Volumes was bad, really low volumes. But right now, Hyperliquid came, amazing infrastructure, amazing volume, amazing liquidity. So it's right time to build it, because Hyperliquid is here, and we will use and leverage their solution. Everything will be on Hyperliquid, so it will be really cool, I think. And the other one is there were some problems with clarity and transparency, so people don't want to be transparent, because actually I don't think they built great solutions for risk management strategies. So they don't want to show people like, hey, you did something like this, but we will not pay your payout because we don't have enough capital, or we don't want to just face some issues like this, and everything was on paperwork. So this is the main things why they didn't do it. Why I did not do it in 2021, because decentralized exchanges were so early. So right now I think it's right time to build.
Can you give us a sense of how long of like a trial process there is, and what kind of metrics you have to hit to ultimately get through?
Yeah. So basically, think like you just bought an account. For example, you paid us $100, bought 10K account. It's not exactly the same numbers, but I'm just giving an example. For example, you paid $100 and get 10K account. Right now, we are doing some paper trading. You need to hit 8% profit in first challenge by not doing 5% loss in 1 day or 10% loss in your challenge in overall. If you hit this 8% profit, you will going to the second challenge. And then you need to hit 5% profit while not doing, again, 5% daily loss or 10% total loss. And then you will become a funded trader after you hit 8% and 5%. And then if you make some profits, you will be able to withdraw 80% of your profits. For example, you did 10% profit, 10K account, 1K profits, and then you will be able to withdraw directly 8% of your profits.
And what is the, once you get a funded account, what does the risk management on your side look like? Like, can I just come in and get liquidated instantly and lose all that money, or are there some limits in place?
Yeah, there are some, in traditional business, in traditional finance, there are two things. One is A-book prop firms, the other one is B-book prop firms. So basically, some prop firms just directly open the same positions and giving real money, real accounts to the users, or other of them, the rest of them just not giving them real money against simulated balance, and they will only pay their payouts. But we are not using both of them. And usually traders, users like the A-book prop firms who just, giving the real account like more. But we are not doing both of them. We invented a new solution like the hedging mechanism, dynamical hedging mechanism. So think like we are not creating real positions for each of the users, but instead of this, we have some calculation on our backend, like on our trust score and some, Sharpe ratio, some calculation and hedging the users, shadowing user positions according to this calculation and trust score. So with this behavior, we have better risk management strategy. So we will be able to prevent the more losses, and we will be able to make more profits with user profits. Think like if a user make 80% profit, we will make lots of profits from it. But in traditional business, most of them not copying user trades. So if user make 80% profits, they can't pay it, and they just laying or banning the user. So this is one of the main problems. But instead of this, we created a dynamic hedging mechanism. So if user make lots of profits, we will do more profits and we will pay them, basically.
One of the things that stood out to me when we chatted last was just how low the percentage of people are that actually are good traders and kind of become funded traders in these platforms. Can you maybe talk about that dynamic and whether or not you sort of see an opportunity to grow that?
Yes, only according to statistics, only 5 to 8% of traders will be able to pass challenges, and only 30% of them, will be able to make some payouts. But the reason behind this is, consistent trading is really hard. If you just look at the exchanges, most of traders, again, losing their capital. If you look at the other platforms, like, for example, if you look at the pump fund, most of traders just losing their capital again. But when you think like small guys who just consistently profitable traders, they will be able to make lots of profits. But we will increase this number of traders who will pass and make some payouts, because we will be totally transparent to them. Because some of firms just have some hidden rules. They say like, hey, you just breached this rule, you did some mistake, but you don't know this rule because they just written it in a small doc, in just small piece, they just hiding it because they don't want you to make some profits, because if you make lots of profits, they will just lose capital. But instead of this, we invented a model that we will make more profits than users if they make some profits. So it's a good thing for us to users to make profits. And we will increase the number of users who will pass the challenges and make some profits, because we will just directly say them everything. Hey, if you breach this rule, you will eliminate it. But if you do trade like this, you will be able to pass the challenges, and we will show them some statistics. And even in our trading dashboard, you will be able to see everything, which rules, how it works, what should you do. It will just give you some prompts about, hey, you are doing something risky, don't do this, something like this. So it will just increase the number of funded traders.
Can you give us a sense of where you are towards launch? It sounds like everything's still pre-launch right now. When does this come live? And yeah.
It will be around first quarter of 2026. We will be live with closed beta, and we will just give people some invite codes. If you want to just be early tester, users can just reach out to me or my team, and then we will be able to slowly just move forward, like the public launch, public beta, public launch, and everything will be work smoothly and with small steps, because it's a risky business in traditional finance. So we don't want to have some risks. So we want to manage all the risks properly. So this is why we will go but step by step. So around first quarter in 2026, we will be live with closed beta.
Is your bigger vision to build, I guess, a prop firm with just better guarantees, or are you really trying to build the internet's decentralized kind of prop firm as a protocol with a token that everyone can own?
Yeah, second one. Definitely.
Super easy answer.
Good answer. Thank you.
All right, man. Well, I mean, obviously super early. think we're just generally interested in sort of the ecosystem emerging over on Hyperliquid, and see this as part of that. Thanks for hopping on and giving us an early look, but it sounds like you got a couple months of head down building to do, and we're down to check in with you again once you get closer to launch.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
All right.
it's nice to see you again. Yep.
Thanks, Berkay.
Cheers.
Peace, dude.
Yep. Bye bye.